Hey folks, it's Frithgar here, how you doing? Welcome back to Farming Simulator 22 with our realistic series. If that one comes up, the potatoes are gone, basically. We have to get rid of the potatoes, and I'm still not quite sure how I'm going to do that one. I'm thinking that, because the one thing that a lot of you said over and over and over was, don't have something that is so damaging that it's going to just basically kick the entire series. And if I have to sell all the potatoes, that is basically messing up the entire series, because we're going to be we need this crop of potatoes right here. We're reliant on these. So because of that, I've sort of been thinking about this, and I'm actually thinking that it might be better if we limited it to cereals only, and we excluded potatoes and sugar beet from the list on the crop. So chickpeas, lentils, the almonds, pistachios, all of that, corn, sunflowers, all of these, we'd include those on the list. There's a few other bits as well. But they stay on the list. The potatoes and the sugar beet, we won't include those on the list. I think that is actually best. I think that's going to give us a better balance. Because otherwise, if it comes up, we lose potatoes. And I was kind of hoping to not do potatoes again. It was just going to be like a one-off, because we've got a really big harvest. If this was a time-lapse series, obviously I wouldn't be chattering away to you right now, and we wouldn't have the it wouldn't just be a one-off. If I was doing this as a time-lapse, then I would be doing several years of gameplay on here, and so it would be quite a bit different than what we've got at the moment. But because it's not time-lapse, because I've got normal gameplay, I don't want to be doing a kind of a harvest type job over and over that you've already seen, because it's just going to get too tedious. And like that's kind of like realistic gameplay, but I still got to make allowances for realistically anybody ever wanting to watch it as well. So we've got to try and achieve that balance. Now, can I beat the ironclad 2CV? I can. Just. You've got to be careful with those things. They're monster cars. I know that apparently a 2CV is supposed to be made with nothing but cardboard and fiberglass. I don't believe it. We've encountered them before. They seem to be incredibly dangerous. They're just violent and dangerous, and I don't trust them, not even a tiny little bit. So I'm going to go over here, and I'm going to skip and jump into that tractor right there. And then I'm going to go whizzing along over here, because we have got 12,000 litres of Tatipos on board, and it's spinning around, so I reckon we're going to be about 17,000 by the end of the row. I can get all that into this trailer, dump it into the lorry, and then we can go off and see about purchasing a sawmill. Because if we do buy the sawmill, we've then got an extra source of income. Like, we're not just stuck with some of the stuff. Like, we can go and buy that sawmill, and we can do a little bit of timber work, and we can just sell the timber rather than processing anything. I know that we can make pallets there. I think actually we can make the pallets and we can sell them, and that will make us a little bit more money than just selling the logs direct to the sawmill. So we'll take a look at that. And also it'll be something for us to do while we're waiting for potatoes to harvest, because you've seen lots of Tatipo harvest now. It's been going on for a couple of episodes, so we need to break this up a little bit, do something different. My only concern is whether or not I'm going to be able to buy any land with trees on, because I don't think I've got any at the moment, have I? I don't think I actually own any land with trees. So I'll bring you down here, and I will pop that one out like that. There we go. Bring you on round, and you can just start unloading there, and we can go and take a look at the map. So I at the moment own this lot up here. Now we can buy the in-between areas for 5.3 million. I don't have 5.3 million, so we're going to have to leave that behind. This value here is 103,000. That's one of the grown trees. This here is a select, that's trees growing in lines there, I'm pretty sure. up on number 7 up there. There's another lot over here on 50. I think that's about the closest. I mean, we've got that one. That's 256,000 there. 50 over here is 117,000. And number 7 up there is 113. That's 183. So I want to get as close to number 7 as I can. Let's go back to map overview. I can go here to the grain elevator. Visit. And it's this bit right out here. This is actually what we want. It's these trees. Yes. This would be perfect. We get this. So it's 100,000 to go and buy this. And these trees are all grown already. But what we can do is we can go through. We can cut some of these trees down. And then once we've done that, we can load them all up. So I could do this with a tree harvester, or I could just go down through the chainsaw, and we could actually do it with a chainsaw. I'm thinking a chainsaw would be a better option. It'd certainly be a lot cheaper. Save us a lot of money if we did that with a chainsaw, because we've either got to lease... Well, we do need to lease the machine. And then we want to go down over here. So let's go and have a look at the sawmill down here and just see what we need to do. No. Ah, there we can visit that one. Right. So I have a sawmill right here. And... Right. Buy 50 grand. So buy building 1 for 50 grand. This looks to me like it's the pallet production bit over here, because it's got a little sign right there that says pallets in international language of pictures. It's text speak. Did you know that hieroglyphs were the original text speak? Just putting it out there. I know that some of you will find that idea pretty horrific, to be honest, but it's just facts, dude. You can't fight facts. Farmland right there. So yeah, I don't think I have to buy that. We do have plot 70, which is this bit of land right here, which is not all in neat, tidy little rows, but we do have a load of trees here on the slope that we could cut down, and we could bring them down this way, and we could put them in here. So that pallet thing right there doesn't seem to have a buy point on it. I mean, if I go here... Oh, wait, what's that? Open options sawmill, right there. Age 1 month back. Huh. Can I just use this one without having to buy it? I don't actually know. I mean, it doesn't really... We want to be able to get something from here. So this is where we're going to need to go. That one there, it says sawmill, and you just tag the place. And then you got sawmill here, we can visit, and we can do something. So we've got the sawmill there. I've got building 1 that I can buy there for 50,000. This over here is another sawmill there. We've got a production point right there. We've got a tip-off point there. And this up this end, if I communicate with... Oh, just sell wood there. Right. That's just where we come in to sell wood. Open object options, N. Just tells us what we've got here. It doesn't actually say anything else. I'm guessing that we do actually need to buy the building then. Let me have a look at the map. And, well, because I reckon that area there is going to be cheaper, isn't it? 70. 59, 30. You know what? We're going to buy that one. 60 grand. Yes. Okay. Right. So I bought that piece of land. And then the building over there, I would guess, would give us some options to be able to go and purchase other things. So that is also 50,000. So I want to go here. Buy building 1 sawmill for 50,000. Yes. Okay. This has now been purchased. So then, if I go into our production areas, which is this one, I now have the sawmill. I can make planks. I can just make planks. I have wood come in. I have planks go out. But what does that give me over here? Oh, the bit on the map there is that's wood chips right there. Don't have anything over here. So what's this bit over here? Does this now give me open objects? That's just says sawmill. Have I not bought the right one? I mean, I can make planks down here, and if you don't buy it, you can't make planks. All you can do is... maybe I've got the wrong place. Alright, I've got a pallet factory here, which is 25,000, and we've got this sawmill that I've just gone and bought, so I could produce boards here at the sawmill if I wanted to, so that we could go and sell those to make some money. The pallet factory itself is just 25,000, but I don't have to put the pallet factory here. I could go and put it somewhere else. But this is the one that will produce actual pallets. So we don't need to worry about this one at the moment. We will stick with our sawmill that we've got, and we will use that to just get a few... Okay, he's filled all the way up. We will use the pallet... we'll get the pallet factory later. We'll use the factory, the sawmill that we've got at the moment, to just generate us a little bit of income. So I spent 100,000 on some land. I went and bought a bit of land, and I went and bought a sawmill as well. So what we'll be able to do is not just get the timber and load it and sell it. We will be able to make the timber into planks and also into wood chips, and then we'll be able to use those and we'll be able to sell them. So according to the website for the Hoare trailers, this is it Hoare? Is it Haver? It's German, so it's Haver. I think it's Haver. Harver, I think. According to the website for the trailers, that's kind of the way that they were doing it. Like the tractors were approaching the things backwards. So, I mean, maybe we could do the same. The only reason I don't like doing that is because when the potato harvester stops and says it's full, it's actually the machine itself has got a load of potatoes in it as well, and you end up losing like 500 litres of potatoes. I know it's not a lot, and it probably won't happen very many times across the field, but it's still 500 litres of potatoes, and, you know, that is more cash that we're potentially losing right there, and I don't like losing cash. I will be honest with you, such a thing is a painful experience for me. I don't like to do that. It's not pleasant. Right, so what I am going to want, I'm going to just pick this one up. We've kind of been here sitting for a little while, and we'll move this one. We've planted this field. There's no more planting that I'm going to do this autumn. There's a little tiny bit that's missing there. Because I don't want to leave that little bit. Look, see, right there. See? I see it. What about the rest of you? Right. That's more like it. Now, let's have a little bit of a mosey on round the field and just see if we've missed any other little bits. There's a little bit right there. Take that one out. Doesn't look like we've missed any more there. There is a piece over there that has been missed. I don't know why it's bothering me today. It just is. Doesn't take very long just to run around. There's another little tiny bit there. See, it's these little tiny bit. And quite honestly, we wouldn't notice them at all as we were doing our normal day-to-day work. Maybe, possibly, when we come to do the harvest, we would notice that there was a little tiny, little bit of a blip there. But other than that, no, we wouldn't notice it at all. But anyway, that's fine. We've done that. We've dealt with that. I can run this back and I can hose this off. The only thing that we would want to do to that field is roll it. Now, I've been told that rolling could be 2.5%, it could be 5%. Someone reckoned that mulching and rolling will add 5%. You don't get a lot, like there really isn't much difference in the crop yield, so quite frankly it's not really worth it. However, this is a realistic type approach, and therefore I would say we kind of want to do things realistically. And realistically, you would go and roll your field, right? You just would. That's just a realistic thing to go and do. So we'll just hose the tractor off a minute. Completely realistically, of course. We wouldn't want to be cutting corners or anything like that. Just because I feel that it might be dull for you to go and watch something. At least I took it to the wash pad before I did that bit, right? So you can credit where it's due. I did do something right. Let's bring you on back round here. And easy does it. Because I'm not going to need this one until next spring now. So we can unhitch that bad boy right there. And then I want to try and find a roller. I don't know if I've got one. There's an easy way to find out. Rather than wandering aimlessly around the farm looking desperate for a roller, we have a roller somewhere. The 32,000 euro roller. All I got to do is find it. I think it is down here, round the back. We go around here. There we go, in the corner. And we've got our racking there with some bags of stuff on. And there is our roller that we're going to want. We've got the stone collector right next to it that we're not using, really. Let's back you up. There we go. Right. Let me go and just see. Actually, the potatoes are fine. This rolling has to be done before the end of the month. So we've got no choice on this one. We do need to get this one done as quickly as we possibly can. Is there let me just check the map a minute. Is there another road around to field 22? At the moment, I am here. No, actually, I think I want to go. No, that's not me. I'm up here. Well, I was wondering if we went across the river. I see it goes up here around the back of field 25. And then it comes on to, and that's actually the road up there. So there isn't. So we want to go back through the yard, up to this end and out onto the road. And then we need to head down that way. It's the only way through. So we go back round here. And we can't just go straight down to the road here either. That's like, there's quite a steep step down there. And I'm not going to landscape that out. We'll just go the sensible way, which would be up through the main yard, up here. Put our beacon on because we're going out on the road, and then we head down the hill this way. I do like this tractor, and it sounds quite good as well. I'm not so sure about the choice of tyres that we've got. I'm sure that'll be fine. And then we go whizzing up through here. We can turn the beacon off now. And we want to start rolling. So I'm just going to do once around the outside edge of the field on this, and then I can leave the hired help to carry on. I'm actually wondering if the hired help would be able to do the rolling without me doing anything around the edge of the field first. Usually, the hired help can't do that. It does struggle with that. I'm just going to stop you there a second, and I'm going to go... No, not to you. I wonder if I can catch that lorry, the potato harvester, before it gets to the end of the road. The great thing about the potato harvester is that... no, I didn't want to do that. I'm not going to be able to get it now. I wanted to do that. The great thing about the potato harvester, I was going to say, is that it... the spout stays out regardless. Oh, there we go. Made it, just... A little bit of a mad panic there, but we at least made it. And that does look pretty cool there. With all of our machinery. We've got this nice big beastie right over here. That one does look pretty awesome. And I think that right there is a pretty good shot. He's going to carry on and do his thing in the field. I'm going to see if I can chase him up here. There we go. Right, managed to get past without any trouble. I'm not sure how much space I've got left in the lorry down here. I will whiz down here. As soon as I've got this one here ready to start unloading, I can go back up and we can go and get that rolling going. I got a feeling that we're going to fill this trailer up. So... let's just see, because if I fill the trailer up, I need to rush this one up and get it emptied. Very important that we keep this. Yeah, we have filled the trailer up completely. Right, so we'll stop the tractor right there, and then we will... Let's go to you a second. We can get this one going, and then we've got the hired help with this. We'll be working away in the field, which I think is probably a good thing. I wonder if the hired help can actually cope with doing any rolling at all in the field without me starting it off and then me go along afterwards and do the bit of tidy up that we will need to do. So we'll have to do some tidying up, right? Regardless of what we try to do, there will be tidying up required. So I'm just going to lower that one down here. Like that. And then I shall bring him on forthwards, like this. And I'm going to go down fairly tight on this side, just because. And then if... No field found. Well, he didn't like that, did he? So... Let me... bring him along here. He's still stopping working. Right, he clearly doesn't like that. It's probably because he's too big into the middle of the field. And, yeah, well, because I'm sticking out over the edge here a little bit. So if I now do this and spin round tight, like that, and line it back up. What do you mean no field for how? Oh, wait a minute. No, I remember I was looking at this before, and I was kind of needs rolling. There is no needs rolling. For some reason, it's not coming up with needs rolling, and I have like I don't think there's even an option to turn off the rolling. If you look here, periodic ploughing is on, crop destruction is off, fieldstone is off, but the whole rolling thing doesn't even exist. Okay, that's why it's coming up with that. It's because we don't have a needs rolling here in the field in the first place, which is a little weird. I will admit that is a little weird. I'm just going to leave this one here for a minute, and we'll come back and get that one in a little while, because I've got other things that I want to do. Mostly I want to go... Oh, wait, no, we've got a lorry load to go and tip out a second. So I'll run this one back to the yard. We get this one tipped out, then we can come back, and we've got a bit more to take off of the potato harvester, and then we can go and cut down a couple of trees at our sawmill. And we can tip this little lot in here, just like this. 58,000 litres of tatipos going into the pile. This is going to keep us in potatoes for quite some time. I did have a bit of feedback about the different animals that people might want. Some of you have said that, yes, maybe like a few pigs. Some of you have said that you'd like a few cattle on here or a few sheep. Basically, the main requests that I've been getting are, for once... Yes, animals would be nice. You're all sort of saying, yeah, sure, have a few animals here and there, but don't make any animal the main feature of this series. You don't want too much to do with the animals. Have it as sort of a little bit on the side, but kind of focus a bit more on crops and factory production and stuff like that this time round. So that's what I'm going to do. We've got chickens. We've got a few chickens there. But yeah, from what I can see, you want me to kind of mostly be about getting some of the factories up and running and producing things and doing lots of different field work, and less about concerning myself with what is going on with the animals, because quite often when we've done stuff with animals, that has been a big focus for us, hasn't it? So I'm just going to go and catch this one a second, because it's right there, and it's going to be a lot easier if I can just scoot on underneath it like this. There we go. That's that one out of the way. So I've got 17,000 litres of tatipos in here. I'm going to drive on down here. I know in real life you wouldn't really be driving across. Well, I say wouldn't really. You would not be driving across this field with this lorry, because the ground would be too soft for it. The lorry would definitely be parked off on the side of the road, and you'd be ferrying the potatoes over to it. But this is kind of like the difference between playing 100% real life and also allowing for keeping things moving on just a little bit quicker when we need to. So that's kind of what we're doing here. So that one can go in there like that, and then I will now jump back down to... We've got lime that we're going to want to spread up there, but that's something that we're going to do another time. We're not going to do that at the moment. So we're going to jump down here to our sawmill. Now, down here at the sawmill, we have got the ability to make planks and wood chips. So the wood chips, I can spawn them, or I can sell them auto-magically, or I can distribute them. So the wood chips, we're just going to have a spawn, and they'll just store 60,000 wood chips. Planks as well, at the moment, we will just do as spawn, and then I can go and pick them up to sell them at some other point, just not at the moment. Now, I do have a chainsaw right here, and we now own this bit of land. So what we can do is we can go and cut down some of these trees. So if I look at this one, this is 11.5 meters long, and it's 0.2 meters in diameter. It doesn't tell me anything else about this tree at the moment. It also doesn't want me to cut down the tree, maybe? Quite sure why not, but anyway, there we go. Okay, that was quick. Quite sure what's going on with the boogie tree. Let's try... There we go, that's a little bit better. Right. All I want to do at the moment is just kind of like clear the branches off of this one. Make it a little bit tidier like that. I think that's everything. And then... Right, that's 10.9 meters. I don't really want to cut that in half. It's 127 kilos. I think we can lift up to 200 kilos because we're like super strong. Which is awesome. It really is awesome. We can lift 200 kilos at a time. I'm quite happy to do that. I've been working out. I've been doing a bit of working out. And I'm going to drop that one down there. You know, occasionally you do feel the need to do a bit of working out for reasons. So I have my reasons, and I've been doing some working out, and now I'm getting fit and healthy, so I can pick up 127 kilos without any problem whatsoever. I don't know if I'm going to... We'll see how much I can pick up. Right, there's another tree that is done. Oh. Wait, what? Why can't I pick you up? Unfortunately, folks, that is all we have got time for today. A massive thank you to everybody who has earned their way into the Great Book of Names. To find out some more details about all the names coming past, please head into the description and click on the link to the Discord. It's a link to another video. The link is on the other video. Please also consider checking out the links there for Nitrado, who provide gaming servers for games like Farming Simulator, Minecraft, Ark, and several others. And there's also Fanatical, who will help support your gaming habit by providing you with cheap games and also giving me a small commission on anything that you buy using my link. If you've enjoyed this particular video, then please head down below and give us a like. And if you really enjoyed it, then please tell your friends all about me. Get them to come and watch as well. That would be awesome. And until next time, thank you very much for watching. This is Frithgar. Goodbye, and see you later.